On the morning of June 7, 1992, 3 vehicles were parked outside a house in Springfield, Missouri. Inside the home were purses, money, keys, clothing, cigarettes, and a family dog. The bed suggested that at least part of the night had passed normally. There were no apparent signs of a struggle. But the 3 women who should have been there were gone. They had not taken their cars, they had not taken their belongings, and they have never been seen or heard from again. This is the disappearance of Sherrill Levitt, Suzie Streeter, and Stacy McCall, the case known as the Springfield Three. You are listening to Mystery Archives. June 6, 1992, was supposed to mark the beginning of a new chapter. Suzie Streeter and Stacy McCall had graduated from high school in Springfield, Missouri. Suzie was 19 years old. Stacy was 18. That evening, the 2 friends attended graduation parties. According to the FBI, they later returned to the home Suzie shared with her mother, Sherrill Levitt, in central Springfield. Sherrill was 47 years old. She was a mother and a cosmetologist. Earlier that night, at approximately 11:15 p.m., she spoke with a friend on the phone about painting a chest of drawers. Nothing in that conversation indicated that anything was wrong. Suzie and Stacy were last seen at approximately 2:15 a.m. on June 7th, when they left a graduation party and headed toward the Levitt and Streeter home on East Delmar Street. Investigators believe the 2 young women reached the house. Their clothing, jewelry, purses, and vehicles were later found there. At some point after 2:15 in the morning, Sherrill, Suzie, and Stacy disappeared. The FBI lists the disappearance window as sometime between 2:15 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. That narrow span of early morning hours is the last confirmed boundary in the case. Before it, 3 women were believed to be inside the home. After it, all 3 were gone. As the morning continued, friends and family began trying to reach Suzie and Stacy. When people arrived at the house, the scene did not immediately look like the location of a serious crime. The women's vehicles were still there. Their purses, money, clothing, keys, cigarettes, and other personal belongings had been left behind. The family dog was also still inside the home. Sherrill's bed appeared to have been slept in. Most importantly, police found no apparent signs of a struggle. The Springfield Police Department has described the house as having the appearance that the women had been abducted. But there was no confirmed explanation for how anyone could have removed 3 people from the home without leaving an obvious scene behind. No confirmed witness has publicly described seeing the 3 women leave. No verified route from the house has been established. No vehicle connected to their disappearance has been conclusively identified. The physical setting created a contradiction that would define the case for decades. Everything suggested that the women had expected to return, yet they never did. In missing person cases, the first hours can be critical. But on the morning of June 7th, the people entering the house did not yet know they were standing inside what might become a major crime scene. They were friends and relatives looking for people they expected to find. Their actions were not malicious. They were responding to a confusing situation that had not yet revealed its seriousness. By the time police became involved, the home had already been visited by multiple people. That matters because a house can hold small traces that are difficult to recognize until investigators understand that a crime may have occurred. A moved object, a cleaned surface, or an ordinary item handled by a visitor can complicate the search for evidence. One detail reported in later coverage concerns a strange message on the home's answering machine that was accidentally erased after it was heard. Its contents were never preserved, and its connection to the disappearance has never been established. It is an unsettling detail, but it is not proof of what happened. That distinction is important. The Springfield Three case contains many details that have attracted attention over the years. Some may be meaningful, some may be unrelated, and without confirmation, none can be treated as the missing answer. The disappearance of one person from a home can be difficult to explain. The disappearance of 3 people raises a different set of questions. Were all 3 women awake when something happened? Did they leave willingly for a reason that seemed temporary? Did someone they knew persuade them to step outside? Or were they confronted by someone who was able to control the situation before any visible struggle occurred? These are questions, not conclusions. There is no publicly confirmed evidence establishing whether the person responsible, if there was one, was a stranger, an acquaintance, or someone known more closely to one of the women. There is also no confirmed evidence explaining whether all 3 were the intended targets or whether one person was targeted and the others became involved because they were present. The police description of the scene points toward an apparent abduction, but the method, motive, and identity of anyone involved remain unknown. The absence of answers has allowed theories to grow around the case. Some theories focus on a planned abduction. Others suggest an unexpected encounter, a person known to the women, or a situation that escalated after someone came to the door. But none of these explanations has been proven. No theory should be mistaken for evidence. As the disappearance became known, the search expanded. Friends, neighbors, strangers, and law enforcement agencies searched for any sign of Sherrill, Suzie, and Stacy. Local reporting has described searches across rural and suburban areas around Springfield, as well as efforts in other parts of the region. The Springfield Police Department received assistance from the FBI, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and other agencies. Investigators examined the lives of the missing women and followed thousands of leads over the years. Yet no positive lead has publicly established why the women disappeared or where they were taken. There has been no confirmed recovery of their remains. There has been no arrest in connection with their disappearance. There has been no publicly confirmed piece of evidence that explains the entire sequence of events. The case remains open. More than 30 years after the disappearance, it is useful to return to the facts that are not in dispute. Sherrill Levitt was last heard from at approximately 11:15 p.m. on June 6, 1992. Suzie Streeter and Stacy McCall were last seen at approximately 2:15 a.m. on June 7th after attending graduation parties. Suzie and Stacy are believed to have arrived at the East Delmar home because their clothing, jewelry, purses, and vehicles were found there. The FBI places the disappearance between 2:15 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. The women's cars and personal belongings were left behind. The family dog was left inside the home. Police found no apparent signs of a struggle. The women have not been seen or heard from since. Those facts are simple to state, but together they form one of the most difficult missing person puzzles in the United States. Almost every question that matters is still unanswered. Who came to the house during those early morning hours? How were 3 women moved from the property without a confirmed witness or an obvious struggle? Why were their vehicles, money, keys, and other belongings left behind? Was one woman the intended target, or were all 3? Where were they taken? And where are they now? The passage of time can make an unsolved case feel distant. But for the families and friends of Sherrill, Suzie, and Stacy, the disappearance is not simply a mystery from 1992. It is an absence that has continued every day since. Their photographs remain frozen at the ages they were when they vanished. Sherrill at 47, Suzie at 19, and Stacy at 18. The world around them changed. Their case did not. The Springfield Three case is remembered because of what was left behind. 3 cars, 3 purses, keys, money, clothing, and a dog waiting inside a home. But the real mystery is not the belongings. It is the missing moment between an ordinary night and an empty house. What happened inside or outside the home on East Delmar Street between 2:15 and 7:30 on the morning of June 7th, 1992? And how could 3 women disappear without leaving a confirmed trail? Share your theory in the comments, but remember to separate speculation from fact and to keep the discussion respectful to Sherrill, Suzie, Stacy, and their families. This has been Mystery Archives. Thank you for listening.